J. Brooks Jewelers is passionate about your life's celebrations. This time of year, we like to celebrate the women in our lives. Jewelry has the power to represent someone we love or a memory that we cherish. At J. Brooks, we are committed to finding you those pieces that you will treasure for generations to come.
Hi there, and welcome to the I Am Mom Summit. I am so glad to be here with you today. My name is Melissa Maker. I am from Clean My Space, which is a lot of things. It's a YouTube channel, it's a book, it's a cleaning service in Toronto, Canada, where I'm from, and so much more, which I will get into. But I'm here today to talk to you about how to cut your cleaning time and clean like a pro. So I'm going to give you a little bit of info about me, just so you know who I am and why I'm here talking to you about cleaning today. There's more information in the description box below, so anything that I talk about here, you can definitely check out later on. I'm going to be referencing my computer from time to time because that's where I have all of my notes. I want to make sure that I'm staying on track because, trust me, I could talk about this for hours, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'll give you a little backgrounder about me. I'm 36 years old. I have one daughter. She is 1 year old. Her name is Riley. She is the light of my life. In 2006, I started my own cleaning company here in Toronto, Canada called Clean My Space. I was 24 years old at the time. Since then, I've done a whole bunch of other things business-wise, and I actually created another talk for this very summit, which you can watch all about my entrepreneurial journey. And I also share some really great tips for entrepreneurs in terms of how to be more successful and better at managing their time. I'll have a link for that down below as well. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about my entrepreneurial journey with you, but all you need to know is I started this cleaning business in 2006. I started a YouTube channel that has over 1.1 million subscribers and over 160 million video views. Started that in 2011. And in 2017, I had a book that came out called Clean My Space, The Secret to Cleaning Better, Faster, and Loving Your Home Every Day. And that became an Amazon bestseller. I have a line of premium microfiber cleaning cloths called Maker's Clean, and those are totally awesome. So as you can see, I have my fingers in a lot of pies to do with cleaning, and the most important thing I think you need to know is that I hate cleaning. I have always hated cleaning, and I probably will always hate cleaning, but I have mastered it, I have figured it out, and I'm here to tell you that whether you love or hate cleaning, you probably don't have enough time to do it, especially if you're a busy mom. So I wanted to share my best cleaning tips with you and methods and strategies for you to cut your cleaning time down today. All right, so first and foremost, I need to tell you the struggle is real. Whether you're a mom that works from home or a mom that works at a job, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever category of mom you fall into, cleaning is something that you and your partner and your family have to think about each and every day. And if you're in a messy home, it has like a real domino effect. And I think it affects your mental health and the way that your family lives in their space. It's messy, it's cluttered, it's hard to stay on top of things. You start to get used to the mess around you. It can feel embarrassing if people are coming over, or you can feel ashamed to let someone in your door. There are so many reasons why having a clean home is important. But don't worry, because I'm not talking about Martha Stewart or Marie Kondo clean. I'm talking about Melissa Maker clean. And that's good because that's relatable and that is reasonable. Because I hate cleaning, I don't want to spend 1 second longer doing it than I absolutely have to. But I balance that out with knowing that I want to live in a clean space. And of course, I use the skills that I've built over the years and learning about cleaning for my cleaning business to come up with methods and strategies so that I can achieve both. It's kind of like finding your cleaning zen. Basically, I'm looking for the biggest bang for your buck in the least amount of time. So that's what we're going to talk about. Because I have done cleaning professionally, because I have trained hundreds of people on how to clean who work in my company, because I've written a book, and because I educate people on YouTube and throughout various media outlets, including TV and print and radio and all of the rest, I really understand the ins and outs of cleaning and how to save time. So without calling it cheats or hacks, we're sort of just restructuring the way that you clean and restructuring the way that you think about cleaning. All right. So the way that I help people learn how to cut their cleaning time is by teaching them my 3-step maker method. Pretty good name for a method that I came up with thinking that my last name is Maker, right? Yeah, pretty good. So here we go. It's going to help you clean better and faster. There's 3 steps, and the first step is what I call finding your MIAs, or your most important areas. Now, when I first started cleaning professionally, here's what happened. I would go into people's homes, I'd clean my heart out, of course, even though I didn't love it, and I would make sure that their homes were spotless and perfect, so that when they came home, they would say, wow, she did a great job, I'm going to hire her again, and I'm going to tell my friends. That's how I grew my business. But at the end of the day, I was physically and emotionally tapped out. All I wanted was like wine and cheese and TV. Okay, I had no interest in cleaning, but I started to feel stressed out because my home was messy. It's kind of like that old saying where the shoemaker's kids never have new shoes. That was exactly where I was at. And that's where this concept of most important areas came from for me, because of course I understood how to clean professionally, but I had to take care of me too. So with an MIA, there's real overwhelm when we talk about cleaning, because if you watch videos or read blogs from like perfecthomeperfectlife.com, which I just made up, but you know what I'm getting at. You know, people make it seem like they live in these perfect homes and they have these perfect cleaning routines and their house is amazing and their life is amazing. And that is so annoying. The truth is, it's really overwhelming even when I see something like that. It gets to me and it's not realistic. I don't want to feel overwhelmed. And I feel like so much of what we see on the internet places these unrealistic expectations on us, whether it's how clean your house is, how great your kids dress, how good you look. Like there are so many ways that we feel pressured into being perfect. It's just not realistic. And I don't want you to feel that way about cleaning, because I don't want to feel that way about cleaning. MIAs are all about cleaning what matters to you and you only, not anybody else. Just let that sink in for a minute. What I just told you is that you don't have to compare yourself or use anyone else's version of what cleaning is. You can just say, what is my level? What is my standard of clean? And how can I achieve that? That means that you can say no to cleaning things in your home. So eventually things are going to be needed to be cleaned. Like I'm looking at my baseboards here. I'm looking, at smaller areas like handrails or little glass panels I see around the house. But are those things I'm going to clean and focus on every single day? Not at all. And being able to parse this out, the things that your MIAs, your most important areas, versus the things that you can leave for another day, it really helps you structure your time. And it reduces the pressure of you feeling like you need to do it all. It means that you can invest your energy really where it counts, and you can be very potent and very productive in your cleaning efforts. And you won't have to do as much work every day, which feels really great. Also, as you focus on your most important areas, you become more proficient at cleaning them. So you actually spend less time focusing on them each and every day. So here's how your MIAs work. You've probably heard the saying, we feel our feelings, right? So I've taken that visceral approach to cleaning. What I ask people to do, and I outline this in my book, the Maker Method is in my book. I ask people to go to a room, say for example, a kitchen, look around, and then check in with yourself, check in with your feelings. If your kitchen is messy, look at a specific area in your kitchen, say your counters, say your sink, and see how it feels. Do you have a visceral bodily reaction to it? Does your heart rate increase? Do you get sweaty? Do you get anxious? Do you feel angry? What happens? If you notice that you get some sort of emotional rise, that tells me that's an MIA for you. It's stressing you out. It's upsetting you in some way, shape, or form. Conversely, if something makes you feel really happy, if it's really clean, that's probably also a good indication that it's an MIA. So like when my bathroom counter is perfect and clean, that's a good feeling. So I know that's an MIA for me. However, if I'm looking at my baseboards again, I don't care. It doesn't really make me feel anything. It's a baseboard. I know it has to be dusted every now and then. So for me, a baseboard is not an MIA. And that very simple distinction right there allows you to go through your whole home, and you can just take inventory of all the different things and spaces that you might want to think about cleaning in your home. You can start to do this MIA, checking in with yourself, feeling the feelings, and letting yourself know what's important to you and what's not. There will probably be 10 to 15 areas that you discover are truly important to you, your most important areas, your MIAs. And then you'll see that so much around the house is not important to you. Now, of course, it still needs to be clean, but we'll deal with that later. Your MIAs are what you're going to focus on. This to me is a great way to clean because it allows me to focus and put my energy where it counts and release so much of the guilt and the fear and the shame and the exhaustion and all the feelings that I have around feeling like I need to clean everything else. I can actually divide up what I need to clean and really focus on what's important to me. And that's what's amazing about your MIAs. It also allows you to build confidence because over time, you'll start to see the immediate results of your cleaning. You'll start to feel better about yourself. And then perhaps you might want to clean more. Who knows? All right. So now that we know our MIAs, we're going to get into the second step, which I lovingly call the PTTs, or the products, tools, and techniques. You see, so many people, they want to clean, they have the best intentions, and then they'll go into a space, they start cleaning, but they don't really know what they're doing, and it's not their fault. You see, we're really not taught properly how to clean anymore, so we just know we have to clean, but we don't really know how to do it. The PTTs take all of the questions out of that because it's a very simple structure for you to learn how to complete a cleaning task efficiently and proficiently. So PTTs stand for the following: products, tools, and techniques. And I firmly believe that if you understand the various products that are out there, the various cleaning tools that are out there and what those two things do, and then the various techniques that you can employ to make your cleaning happen, you will be so much more efficient at cleaning. Now, I could spend hours talking about the PTTs, so I'm not going to do that. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I do want to welcome you to check out my YouTube channel, which is Clean My Space. You can learn so much. I go into great detail about that on the channel. And I really believe that if you understand how to clean something efficiently, and I can say this because this has happened to me, cleaning is so much easier and so much faster. Let me give you a couple of examples. Have you ever met someone who says, I just use Windex to clean everything? Well, that's unfortunate for them, and I'll tell you why. First of all, Windex is designed specifically to be a glass cleaner. So if you have a mirror or a window, perfect. If you have wood, if you have laminate, flat screen, leather, granite countertops, so on and so forth, that's not what Windex was designed to clean. So if you're using that product to clean those surfaces, now you're getting results that are either going to damage a surface at worst, or at the very least, you're just going to have to redouble your efforts and use something else or try another way because the Windex wasn't working. And that is what's so frustrating about cleaning. We don't take the time to learn how to do it properly. Therefore, we're not employing the right products, tools, and techniques, and then we're wasting our time. Another perfect example in cleaning, there's a golden rule that is you clean from the top to the bottom because that's the way that dust falls, and you always clean from left to right so that you never skip anything, and you clean your way out of a room. And if you're able to do that, you waste next to no time with cleaning. Every step counts, every movement counts, and you're efficient. You're not wasting your time while you're working. When I started cleaning, I did not know this. So if you can imagine a big rubber ball just being thrown around a room and going boing, 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 boing all over the place, that's what I looked like when I cleaned. Once I learned how to be efficient, the technique of working clockwise around a room from top to bottom and working your way out of a room, my world changed. My cleaning time literally got cut in half. So if you can start to learn some of these techniques, you'll save so much time. If you understand how to use the right cleaning tools, your cleaning will also become so much more effective. Imagine if you have a really greasy backsplash and you apply a product to it and you wipe it off using a cloth. Well, I'm sorry, but a cloth is not going to get you very far when you have a lot of grease. You might be better served using a dull edge or even a scrubby backed sponge to get rid of that. But if you're not well versed in your cleaning tools, you'll never know which one to level up to, and you're just going to become exhausted and you're going to waste your time scrubbing, getting so frustrated with yourself and with life in general because you can't solve this cleaning conundrum. So if you can take some time and just invest in learning the products, the tools, and the techniques of cleaning, the very basic stuff, you will be so much better off. You can cut your cleaning time in half just by learning that stuff. And the thing that's so great about it is it's easy to learn, especially because the internet makes it so easy for you just to watch a video or do a quick Google search and you can figure this stuff out. So now that you understand the MIAs, that concept, now that you understand why it is so important to learn the PTTs, the products, tools, and techniques, we're going to talk about the final part of the Maker method, which is schedules and routines. So this is all about finding ways to incorporate little cleaning tasks or cleaning opportunities, as I like to call them, into your regular day. And I'll make a quick distinction here. A routine is something that you do daily. So your bathroom routine in the morning, you know, going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth, washing your face, brushing your hair, putting on deodorant. That's kind of like your morning routine. And then a schedule is something that you have to deliberately book. You know, you have a schedule that you create and then you deliberately book in appointments that have to be completed or be done. They're deliberate extras that you're doing. So here we talk about both creating new routines and creating a schedule. The routines are used for building out your MIAs and including your MIAs into your daily routine so that you actually don't have to think about cleaning as much, but you can actually accomplish cleaning tasks while you're going about your regular daily routines anyway. And then of course, scheduling in is what we do for the bigger tasks, for example, the baseboards, or handling the greasy overhead exhaust, or cleaning out your washing machine, so on and so forth, any of those little things. So I find at first it can take a little bit of time to think through this, and I don't want to overwhelm you anymore, but if you can invest a little bit of time into creating a schedule for your bigger cleaning tasks and for rethinking and rejigging your daily routines to incorporate little cleaning opportunities, it's going to make a huge difference for you. Now, what does this huge difference mean? It means that you don't have to dread that big cleaning marathon day anymore, because your cleaning is just going to happen on an ongoing basis. It's going to become a daily thing. It's going to feel second nature. And for the bigger stuff, it's going to be booked in like an appointment, like a date. So you'll know that it has to get done. The benefit here is that you get to live in a cleaner space. It starts to feel more manageable. And I know that this method works because when I released my book, I got so much feedback from people. This book came out 2 years ago. I still get emails from people today saying how much this method changed their life. So if you're willing to try, I think it would make a huge difference for you. But I know you're super busy, so I want to show you the easiest ways to do this. First of all, daily routines. It's kind of like when you hear you have to include more probiotics or more fiber in your diet and you're not really quite sure how. So you do some research and you figure out, okay, if I just add, you know, a scoop of probiotic powder to my smoothie, and if I just add a scoop of flax to my smoothie that I already make, now I've got my probiotics and my fiber. Well, that's exactly what I'm asking you to do here with cleaning. So for example, if you make coffee in the morning, rather than sitting around or checking your phone, which is such a time suck, by the way, you can unload your dishwasher. I have timed myself. It takes 2 to 3 minutes to unload a dishwasher if you're very fast and deliberate. Now, if you unload your dishwasher in the morning, it sets the rest of your day up for success because people can come home from school. They can put their dirty lunch containers in the dishwasher. You can put all of your cooking utensils from dinner in there. You can clean up after dinner and load the dishwasher with ease, and you can run it through overnight. Instead of not having that unloaded dishwasher and then having to do that and having all the backlog after school. That's where things really start to build up. So looking for those little cleaning opportunities each day that you can build into your daily routines that you're already doing. What I suggest is just having like a good honest look at those routines and figuring out where you can start to build things in. So you have your list of MIAs, you have your daily routines, you find a way to marry them. Another example is your front entryway. That's an MIA for me. So one of my bad old habits is that I would throw my purse and my jacket and everything down in a pile, and then I would run off and do something else. Now I make a point of ensuring that the front entrance looks the exact same way it did as soon as I walked in, once I'm done in there. So I can't leave anything. So I take my shoes off, I hang up my coat, I take my purse, I take my bags, I take whatever with me, and that front entrance looks exactly the same. I was not like that before, but I had to rethink it, and that's how I do it now. The cool thing about this is look at it like a micro task, a small task, a little thing that you can do, a cleaning opportunity. And these little tweaks, they really go a long way. I bet if you just incorporate a few little things into your daily routines, you will start to notice a big difference. Now, when we talk about scheduling, these are the bigger jobs. So the baseboards, the cleaning your light fixtures, the things that you don't necessarily want to do every day, and the things that aren't your MIAs. The schedule has to work for you and your family, though. If you make it unrealistic, you're not going to stick to it. And again, you don't have to do, your baseboards. If you don't want to do them once a week, do them once a month. Who cares? It's you setting your own schedule. You don't have to report back to anybody. It's not going to cost you financially if you don't clean your baseboards every week versus every month. It's not going to be a health concern. So there are definite ways that you can manage your expectations and make the schedule work for you. And what I love about it is that you get to pick what you clean and when you want to clean and how frequently you want to clean. That's what's exciting. It makes it so much less daunting to do. So I have a few considerations for you. I'm going to reference this so I don't forget them. The first one is, how often do you need that task completed? So this takes a big weight off our shoulders. I just talked about this, but I want you to consider the frequency that works for your family. Don't compare to anybody else here. Think about your family and your family only. Next is, what are you going to clean? So you're going to use your MIAs to drive this. Your low priority stuff is the stuff you're going to schedule in infrequently, but your high priority, bigger project stuff, you'll want to schedule in more frequently. When are you going to clean is another consideration. So thinking about the time of day, time of week, time of month that works best for you. If you schedule something in at like 11:30 p.m., you're probably going to be exhausted. So you have to find times and ways to make it work for you in your schedule. And also, you know yourself best, and you know when you have that cleaning mojo, so work with that. Next, who can help you clean? Is there anyone at home that can assist? Can you start teaching your kids to do those little cleaning opportunities that we talked about? What can they start to help with? Can they start tidying up? Can one of the kids start sweeping? Find ways that you can start to pass things off to other people and teach them how to do it and encourage and motivate them. And that will keep them on track. Is your partner able to help you in any way, shape, or form? Think about that too, and then work that into the schedule. And then finally, you have to determine how you're going to track and book all of this in. Are you going to use a paper calendar? Are you going to use an agenda book? Are you going to use an app? Are you going to use your calendar on your phone? What is it? And then you have to commit to that system. And remember, what gets scheduled gets done. That's why all of this stuff works. So that is my maker method. That is how professionals clean. That is how to cut your cleaning time at least in half. And that is how to feel way less guilty about cleaning. And you don't have to walk around with the shame of my house isn't perfect. I'm telling you to let that go. You don't have to walk around with the guilt of, oh my God, I haven't wiped my baseboards in 3 weeks. Who cares? You don't need to, because that doesn't fit into your lifestyle and you don't care about your baseboards. It just feels so much more manageable when you start to give yourself permission to make cleaning work for you instead of the other way around. It doesn't have to take over our lives. Really, we dictate what we need clean. But when our house is clean and when we're in control of it, life just feels good. Things feel good. I can relax. I feel better. I feel more calm. I feel happy to have people in my home. It's just a better place to be. So I want to thank the I Am Mom Summit for having me do this talk. I hope this has helped you. Genuinely, I do. And I wish you the very best. Take care.